Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport Premium in the color white. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, we have the 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It is automatic transmission. Gets up to 278 horsepower, 317 pound-foot of torque, towing capacity up to 6,404 pounds. Up front, of course, up top, you have that typical TRD Sport hood scoop. Then, of course, you've got your LED headlights, customer daytime running lights, fog lights up front. Then across the front bumper, you've got these little round nodules. These guys are your front parking sensors. And underneath your front-facing logo is your front-facing camera. On to the sides here, if we look closely at the headlamps, you might be able to see that there is the Tacoma logo in there as well. As for the tires, you've got 18-inch TRD alloy wheels. Then we have this OEM TRD running boards that have been installed. They are extra grippy, so be careful with those if you've got bare legs. Then on both of your front doors, you have your Tacoma plaques. For your side mirrors, they include integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and then you've got these cameras on the sides, which contribute to the surround view camera effect. Looking at either one of your front handles, you'll find this little dimple. We'll talk about him a little bit more on your driver's side. Going back, all your rear windows come with factory tinting. In the back, currently we have the bed lamps turned on. These guys can be turned off or work automatically with opening and closing of doors. You'll also find that there is that little panel in the middle of the rear windshield that is inset. Those guys are power adjustable. We'll look at the controls for both of these when we get inside the front of the cab. Now, on either side of your bed, you have your TRD Sport sticker. Across the back of the unit, you have backup parking sensors, just like you have on the front. You've got that 4x4 badge on the left-hand corner. Tacoma logo is printed across the back, or stamped into the back there, rather. Down below, you have your hitch receiver, and looking straight through, you can see that your spare is mounted underneath. On your handle is where you've got your backup camera. To open up your bed space, just release this handle here. It can then gently lower itself down the rest of the way. Of course, you've got your Tacoma logo across the back there, too. Taking a look inside the bed, as we said, we have the bed lamps themselves. On the left-hand side here, though, you've got a few little guys inside of here, some little trinkets and features. We do have a video covering this more in depth to tell you what all is inside here, so if you want to learn more about that, I suggest finding that video. Then, for the rest of the bed itself, you have the D-ring tie-down hooks, as well as bed rails installed on the vehicle itself. To the right-hand side, you have a power outlet and your little storage space down below. To close up the bed here, just reach down and bring your tailgate back up into its starting position. Now, let's go take a look at the inside. Inside, your interior upholstery is the black Softex leatherette. It has a black stitching. From the side, it appears mostly solid, but if you look at it head-on, you'll find this geometric print that emerges. This guy is only available, or this print rather, is only available with this specific trim level. Now, looking up top, next to your middle headrest or your passenger headrest, you will find this little strap. Release this guy if you want to access storage spaces that go in behind the back of the seats. Back here, you've got your toolkit for your spare. Then you have one of your JBL speakers behind the driver's rear passenger seat. So, this premium JBL speaker sound system can be found all throughout the vehicle. Then, underneath, or rather first up top, you'll find this little space. This connects with the strap that is down below. So if you lift your seats upwards, you can then access storage spaces that go all the way across the rear of the bench, all the way through, and you can use this strap to connect to a little point on the inside of the seat to keep it in the upright position. Otherwise, you can push it back down to its starting point. Looking forward, on the back of your front passenger seat, you've got pouch storage. Back of the console is where you have your cup holders, and you can see your chargers down below. And currently we have the Tacoma all-season rubber mats installed right now. All the units do come with both rubber and carpeted sets. In the door, you've got your storage/cup holder spaces. You've got a little storage space up top. Of course, you have that TRD flag inside each one of the 4 doors, and the power window control too. Now, backing into this little dimple, this guy indicates keyless entry, so if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand on top of there, or inside of the handle, to lock and unlock your unit. Inside the driver's door, we've got one of these texturized grips. You've got another one on the inside. You'll be able to see him a little bit more in just a minute coming up here. Again, TRD plaque, tons of storage space in the door. You've got your controls for power windows up top for both front and back. Window lock is all the way at the back of those. Then you've got your power lock system and side mirror controls. Looking up front here, we have power adjustable seating, back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. Then you've got your hood release latch on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. Top of that, you've got the controls for those rear bed lamps. Then you have 1, 2, and 3 aux ports. So these guys are meant for if you're installing any sort of either OEM or aftermarket accessories. This way you don't have to do any crazy wiring. There are places specifically built in. Again, we have more videos covering this in depth as well, including some diagrams for you, showing you how it can be used, but it just means you have a much easier time if you want to install some accessories because it isn't meant to accept them. Then, top, you've got your automatic headlamps, you've got traction control, AC 120 volt control, you've got your dash brightness, headlamp leveling, and then on the sides is this little Tacoma Easter egg. If you know about that guy, great, and if not, check our channel for some more information. Hop up here and we'll take a closer look at the steering wheel. So, steering wheel, black leather, black stitching. Left side, you've got controls here for your dash display. And then you have your hands-free communication and the volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls on the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top. This includes a sonar and lane departure. On top of your dash, you'll find this little space. Right now it is empty, but typically this is where you're able to find your portable JBL speaker. So, of course, being portable, we pop it out when we have it in our showroom just for safekeeping, and it can be removed by pressing on that little arrow button there. But the cool thing about this, when it is put into that little spot there, it is going to work perfectly in harmony with the rest of the JBL speaker sound system. But if you pop it out, not only does it act as a normal portable speaker, but if you and your buddy also have the JBL speakers, you can sync them up together, meaning you can create yourself a little surround sound tailgate party as well. So, super cool feature. Then, next to your steering wheel, of course, you have that red push start TRD ignition, and then you've got your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Right now, you're looking at the optional navigation, which you can choose to connect through Toyota Connected Services. Under this is your audio listening, so this includes AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and there's optional USB adapters throughout the vehicle. Then, you have Bluetooth connectivity for your phone. You've got your trip information, and all the way at the bottom is all of your settings. So this is everything from your personal profile, Bluetooth devices, Wi-Fi display, voice search, vehicle customizing, dealer info, apps, etc. Your volume control is right in the middle here. To the left, you have your trailer brake controls. Middle section is climate control center. So we do have dual climate control up front. You can either have your temperatures synced up to the driver's side, or if you turn off your sync, then they can function fully independent of one another. On both sides, you can see we have 3 levels for both heated and cooled seats. It's the red for the heat, blue for the cool. Driver and front passenger both have access to this. Defrost for your front windshield, rear windshield, and side mirrors is on the right-hand side. You also have your heated steering wheel to the left. Under this is all of your storage spaces. So starting up front, you've got this wireless charging pad to the left-hand side. This guy is compatible with all wireless charging devices. You've got little bumpers on both the sides and the bottom, making sure that your phone will be super secure when it's in there and not going to go bumping around out of its designated spot. Having this also means you don't have to worry about having charging cords in your vehicle ever again, though, of course, if that is your preference, we do have lots of chargers available for you inside of the vehicle. Now, you've got this little storage space, goes the whole way down. You also have this little hook right here, which is perfect for if you have any passengers that have bags with them or anything that needs to be hung up. That way it doesn't end up crowding around on your floor space. As we said, you've got this rubberized grip. You have these on inside this middle console space. You have one inside each one of the doors here as well, which we pointed out pretty soon up top in the inside of the cab here. Then you've got your TRD gear shift. You have your parking brake and parking hold, 2-wheel 4-high and 4-low controls, towing and driving modes, trailer brake controls, and surround view camera. So, surround view camera, give that a press, and you'll find your infotainment turns to this full surround view look. I do have the driver's door open right now, so there's a bit of distortion in the imaging, but of course that's not typically a problem. You can also get higher or lower from the vehicle at any point in time if you want to change up your perspective, and you can even stop with the turning around if you want to keep looking in your current direction. You've got more adjustments for this in the bottom right-hand corner. To get rid of this screen, you can either press the same button we did to get it up, or just press the X on the top left-hand corner. Now, behind there, you've got your cup holder spaces and the console. Console opens up inside here. General storage down below. Right hand side, lockable glove box underneath. You've got your Tacoma logo, and then you have this nice storage shelf goes the whole way across the passenger side. Up overhead on the rear view mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots. These guys are garage door openers. Then you've got your sunglasses compartment, SOS button, overhead lighting controls, controls for the moonroof, and on the left is your adjustments for that little panel in the rear windshield. So I can take a look at them in action. Press the button in to have it roll over, pull the button up to have it roll closed. You can stop at any point along the way to suit your preference. It's a great feature for getting extra airflow inside of your front cab space. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport Premium in the color white. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.